Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm a little bit late putting a video out this week due to various things, but yesterday I was at Hampton Court for the flower show, battling through the rain, which was unfortunate, but we were very lucky to get a seat within the marquee that was giving the talks. So we did get to see Arit from Gardener's World and also Caroline Quentin, which was thoroughly entertaining, so well worth a visit.
I've been gardening, I suppose I started gardening, like a lot of people, at primary school. And I was given some seeds on my first day of primary school on a piece of pink blotting paper. And Mrs. Ianga said, why don't you sprinkle these on this blotting, for the young people. Blotting paper is something we used to use to damp when ink is wet. Oh, ink also, that's a problem, isn't it?
So for me this week, it's been all about the compost bin. Words I never thought I'd be saying, but I am attempting to make a budget hot compost bin. So I'm going to take you on this journey with me. So yeah, stick around and you'll see whether this is going to be a success or just a bit of a mad experiment. Right, this could be genius or utter madness. We will see. I am converting the right hand compost bin into a hot composter, and sorry, I haven't got my microphone on, so you can probably hear some background noise. As far as I've got is originally I lined the compost bins with compost bags, but I have cut the piece of foam board for the back. Let me see if I can, here we go. I got quite a thick piece of this like insulation board, roof insulation, wall insulation. Yeah, that was fun. I'll tell you more about that shortly. So my idea is to put 4 sides, obviously, and a lid, and then a waterproof cover. For the moment I've scooped out what was in there into this one, but then I'll obviously, once it's complete, put it back. I think it's worth a try. It's going to cost me in total, the insulation board was £40, and I've bought a tarpaulin for the cover, which I got for £5. So if I can make a hot composter for £45, that's quite a bit different to the £200 plus ones that I'm seeing online. So let's talk about cutting that insulation board. Again, I went into this quite naively, as I do with most of my projects. So I ordered a sheet of it, I had the measurements, brain didn't quite compute that when it arrived it would be a huge sheet that couldn't fit into my car, and it would also be about this thick. Not to worry, lots and lots of YouTube videos out there that show you how you can cut it with ease. You can just get a standy knife, you can mark, you can score, bring it to the edge of a table, apply even pressure, snap, neatly exactly where you want the cut to be. Doesn't quite work on your dining table in your lounge area, and when you want to cut the board all the way down the middle and it's that thick and you've got quite a dodgy Stanley knife. I start these sort of projects sometimes at like 9-10 o'clock at night in pyjamas, and then my family says, what are you doing? That's never going to work. And so you're up for another couple of hours pretty much sawing through it with a very good bread knife, and then wondering why the whole area looks like a snowstorm. So it was really quite an education. So I now have 4 pieces put in, and it's to have the lid inserted now. Now my calculations haven't gone quite to plan, which you will see as I show you the lid. Pretty much emptied this one and tipped it all into this one. Not quite as easy as tipping it in, it was lots of shovel loads. So I've just put the compost thermometer in there, which, sorry about the sun, so that's going to be interesting. And then I'll put the lid and the little bit of tarpaulin over the top. So the lid has got a little gap here because my maths calculations, I'd cut the whole sheet down the middle, which meant that when it comes to inserting a lid I hadn't quite got enough. I do have an offcut, which might mean that I'd make 2 pieces and join them, but that's for a future project, I think. So now what I want to do is make a whole sort of tarpaulin cover to go over the top. Let's do it from this angle. So the tarpaulin, I just put some hooks to go through the corners there. Pretty sure I might need a bigger piece, but this may work for the moment. Then at the front here I've stapled a piece of wood so that overhangs the edge, and I think what I need to do is go and get some clips that will just hold that on there. It's going to collect rainwater on the top here, I'm pretty sure, but it's an experiment. You know, let's see how phase 1 goes. I can feel this getting hot already. Today's weather is all over the place. We were hoping to have an allotment afternoon tea this afternoon, but they're actually saying that at the exact time we're due to have the tea at 3 o'clock, they're saying it's going to be lightning, rain and lightning, so not really what you want with your tea and cake, is it? So we're having to postpone that. Whilst I'm here at the plot though, evidence of little mini pumpkins there, that's exciting. The begonias, they still need to come on a little. Oh, harvesting a lovely collection of some sort of fungi mushroom there. That's a little bonus. Well, I'm going to head off home now because they are threatening this rain, and it's so confusing. It's windy, the clouds are moving very, very quickly, but it's still, I think we're going to get it, unfortunately. But remains for me to say, enjoy the rest of this weekend, have a great week ahead, and I look forward to you joining me again soon. Take care now.